So the thing on your mind is, why do they treat you like this? You have given them everything. You have given them so much from yourself, yet they do this to you. You see, even unconditional love couldn't even cure the way that they are. And all you wanted was the same treatment, kind of like in return. You wanted this relationship to work. But you know what, guys? It didn't. And I'm going to talk about this in the video. Hello everyone and welcome back. Why do they treat you this way? Like, I know that this is something that has been on your mind, something that has, you know, like you're trying to understand what has gone on, because like you gave them unconditional love, you gave them everything from yourself and more. Let's not beat that around the bush, and more. You invested so much time, so much energy in this connection with this person, and like you've come to the conclusion that, yeah, you know what, they are narcissistic, they are toxic. But like, does that even explain anything? Like, why do they do this? Why is it that they have to be this way to you? You have shown them kindness, you have been so lovely to them, yet they do this. So guys, I'm going to be talking about this in this video. This is for those of you who might be still in this relationship with the narcissist. You might be going on to like, you know, like a few of these cycles with the narcissist, or you have come out of this relationship and it's still playing on your mind. Like you're wanting to find closure, you're wanting to find understanding of like why this has happened, or why has this person been in your life. Watch this video because I'm going to explain all of it. So I know like probably people are saying to you, do you know what, you've got to just move on, stop thinking about this, like stop trying to understand this, but you can't. And I can understand why you can't. This is a thing, this is a phenomenon, like, and this, do you know what, this isn't really part of the trauma bond. This is more about the fact that you are trying to understand like why this person was in your life, like what is going on, and you're trying to kind of, once you figure that out, you are then able to kind of like move forward in your life. But until then, until you figure it out, you're not going to. And so this is why you're spending a lot of time and energy trying to figure out like why they have treated you like this, like why this has happened. And there is one answer to this. And that is the attachment disorder. Okay, they are not going to be treating anybody else differently. Like you might be seeing them with new supply, with new people, you know, and probably like on their social media they are showing that they are living their best life, like they are having the best time of their life, like you are nothing, you meant nothing. They've probably put you down to other people and that you mean nothing to them. Do you know what, guys? That is all part of the illusion. That doesn't mean anything. They are trying to show you that you didn't matter, that you were nothing to them. What kind of a person does that? Why would somebody do that to you? Think about it for a moment. Like, why would somebody do that? Why would someone at the end of a relationship want to make you feel like you were nothing, and then show to everyone else that, you know, they are with new people and they're living their best life? Because it's not true. That's the thing, that it's not true. You don't just stop being in a relationship with someone and then move on and you're just the most happiest you have ever been in the next. Have you had time to process? Have you had time to think about it? Have you even given that person closure? No is the answer to all of it. So this is the thing, guys. This is all an illusion. It is not true. And that's the way you have to see it. That this person is not going to be any different in the next connection that they have with another person, or who they have been before that. No. You will notice similarities if you think about it, like the things that they're doing now, they did with you. It is all just repeated cycles. They're not going to change. Yes, they are going to treat the new person like this. Yes, they are probably going to cheat on them. That is going to happen. That's who they are. And they treat you like this because of the attachment disorder. This is something that has happened to them since childhood. They can't attach onto you in a healthy way, but they also can't detach from you in a healthy way. So when they attach onto you, okay, they are mirroring you. They are basically, they're being a representation of what you want them to be. If you think about it, that's exactly what they do. I mean, the whole thing is so toxic. But the reason why they do that, because in their childhood, their parents or their caregiver would have rejected them. They didn't want them the way that they are. Because narcissistic parents or narcissistic caregivers, what they do is they see their children as extensions of themselves. Okay, they enmesh themselves within that child. So that child has no room to breathe, no room to grow, discover their sense of self. They can't do that because all of that energy, that time and attention, or maybe lack of it, is not given to this child. And this child doesn't know where to find themselves in the world. But what the child does understand is the parents don't like them the way that they are. So the child has to change to get the love that they require. But remember, the love that the child is looking for is unconditional. But what the parents or the caregiver gives is conditional love. You do this for me, and then I'm going to show you love. That is a conditional offer to the child. But the child doesn't understand it. Child doesn't get it. So all they know is, I want my parents' love, so I'm going to do anything that I can to get it. So this is why they change. They become a representation of what they feel their parents want them to be. So fast forward that into adulthood. Can you see the similarity here? This child that is now the adult is doing the same thing with you. I want to get you hooked onto me. I want you to show me love. So this is how I'm going to do it. I am going to make you fall in love with me. But the narcissist can't show you it back because they have disconnected from who they really are. So all they are is a representation of what the people in their life want them to be. They don't have a stable sense of self. This is why it fluctuates and changes. So all the while you're thinking, wow, this person is amazing. This person is exactly like me. Because all they're doing is they're copying you. That's what they're doing. They're copying you so that you fall in love with them and that you stay, you give them that unconditional love, which is what they have wanted their parents to do for them. So if you think about it, like, how can this relationship work? Because, you know, they are like this at the beginning and you're thinking, this is amazing. This is so wonderful. Like, this person is just like me. But then throughout the course of the relationship, they change. And that is really who they are. That is who they are. But by that time, they've already got you hooked. And so it makes it really difficult to leave. And this is where the trauma bond is at play here, because you're always wanting them to be that person that they were in the beginning, that person how you got to know them. And it's really difficult because, you know, like, first impressions do count. Like, this is how you got to know that person. And now they are suddenly somebody completely different. It's not fair. Of course it's not fair. But this is exactly what happens. And so there is deep emotional deficit that is happening here because, like, you can't connect to this person on that level and they can't sustain it on that level. So this is why, you know, like, you're always chasing them, they're running, or they're chasing you and you're running. Like, this is really, really awful what happens, and it brings up this instability within you. Remember, they are not going to change for the next person or the next person. This is how it is. So equally, when you leave or they leave and the relationship is over, they can't detach from you. This is why they keep coming back. They want that. They have this need to get that attention and focus from you or other people. Like, this is what they want. They want this all the time. So they think in their mind, if you have loved me once, or if you've had feelings for me once, you're going to have them again. You're going to, you know, like, you can feel this for me again. And so they don't detach from you. They're not able to let you go. This is why they watch you. This is why these cycles go over and over again, because they do come back for you. They can't detach in a healthy way. And so this is basically the makings of an attachment disorder. They're not able to have a relationship in the correct way, like in a healthy way. They can't give you and meet your needs They're not able to understand themselves because they don't truly know who they are. They're constantly just trying to blend in with people, you know, within their environment, people who are around them. And you see, this is the thing, like, you're not going to have a healthy relationship with a narcissist. This is why they treat you in this way, you know, this hot and cold behavior, this like removal of emotions. They don't tell you how they feel because actually, if you think about it, they don't even know themselves how they feel. They don't even understand themselves of what is going on. And so that's why it is so difficult to navigate these relationships or these dynamics within these types of relationships because, I mean, what can anyone say? Like, what can you do? Like, it doesn't, none of it makes sense. Like, none of it is healthy. None of them you can really understand. And it's really because of this attachment disorder. This is rooted in childhood. There is no way that you can cure this or change it. This is how they think. This is how they are. They can't change it. It doesn't get better over time. And it doesn't get better no matter how many times you go back and try and make it work. You try and explain this to the narcissist. They're not going to understand it because they're so rooted in these, you know, attachment patterns. It just, none of it makes sense. None of it, you can really understand what is going on because you don't do that. You would never do that. But this is the issue. They do, and they will continue. So if you're looking on their social media and you're seeing that they're having the best time of their life, like everything is okay, remember this is the illusion. This is the illusion. And this is why they get you hooked into these relationships so quickly. And you know, the relationship at the beginning just goes so quick. You can't even catch your breath. Feels intoxicating. But it is, that's it. It is toxic. So guys, I really hope that this video helps you to understand this in a different way. Like, know that you're not the only person that they have done this to, and you're not going to be going forward. They do this to everybody because of this attachment disorder. This is not going to change, and it's not going to get better. This is who they are. So if you are someone who is facing this at the moment, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. I also have a mentorship and a journal club, and if you're interested in joining, please see the description box below. And I also have a Discord server, which is a great community. It's absolutely free, of like-minded individuals. And if you would like to chat to someone, get peer support, this is a great platform for you to access that information. If you're interested in joining, please see the description box below. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.